Up, y'all? We only got 2 weeks left of summer officially being over. September 22nd is the official date on the East Coast on which the summer festivities will come to a halt, and then the best season that will be coming up right after it would be fall. So I have about 5 fragrances here for you. For like, this is going to be part one. I'm gonna do part two a little bit later on. So these are going to be 5 fragrances to kind of bang out with for the rest of these summer days. So I'm gonna give y'all 3 claps. Let's get to it. So the first fragrance I'm gonna start this lineup with is going to be a fragrance that a lot of people give a lot of flack to because it's not a very popular fragrance within the whole line of this, and it's just not something that a lot of people will probably grab for because of certain reasons, whether it's not as complex as different fragrances, if you're definitely in this fragrance game, or it's boring, or it doesn't project as well. Like, there's a lot of reasons why. That's why we live in a world of subjectiveness when it comes to fragrances, because some things may not be hitting to my nose and some things may be hitting to other people's noses, but regardless, if it smells good to you, then wear it. Okay, so the first fragrance that I'm going to be talking to y'all about is going to be from the house of Azzaro, and it's going to be Azzaro's Wanted. As you can see, I put a little dent, a little dent in this fragrance. And what this fragrance consists of, sprayed it the wrong way. Try that again. It's very bright, very effervescent, very elegant, very, in my opinion, very uplifting, very just go-getter-ish, if that's even a word. And it has hints of lemon, it has ginger in here, it has some green notes to this, I smell. Very fruity in a way, but still very, very bright, and has a nice little lavender undertone as it starts to dry down. For me, this projects maybe an hour and a half, maybe a couple more minutes after that hour and a half. Not full 2 hours, but definitely have a sillage and a scent trail. But the scent bubble that I would say that is 6 hours, 7 hours plus. Like when you're in my circle, when you're in my little bubble of mine, you're definitely gonna smell this. This is definitely a good grab. You can find this on Fragrantica, you can find this on FragranceNet, and you're not gonna be paying more than, you shouldn't be paying more than $40, and that's only depending on if you want a bigger size, because I grabbed this for maybe $30 something, and as you can see, I've had this for quite some time now because I put a lot of work in this bottle. And definitely a great grab. All of these scents are office worthy. All of these scents are, they don't bother or won't bother anybody in terms of people's sensitivity to some fragrances. But yeah, man, gotta grab it. This is the one. This is now Dolce & Gabbana the one, but this is the one to start off these last couple of weeks of summer. Even though I know some kids are in school, if you're in school right now, I know that you have already started already, but officially hasn't ended yet. So this is to start off, those last trickling days of summer. Azzaro's Wanted. So the next scent that I have on this list is going to also, once again, like I said to you before, got a lot of fragrances from this line on here, is going to be Chrome. Come on, man. Like, you can't go wrong with Azzaro Chrome. You can't go wrong with that. Got a big bottle, as you can see. Once again, the dent that I put in it. Nice little sleek looking bottle. I like the cap, even though it's plastic, but still like the sleekness of it. And with this scent, this smells so clean. So clean. And you know, oh man. You know how like you go back to a fragrance that you haven't smelled in a while, and all of a sudden it just brings you back memories, and it just lightens up your mood, and that's what fragrances do. You know, the pheromones and just all of that is definitely something that triggers the brain, the sensory your nose sensors. Basically, it smells good. But anyway, let's I'm getting off topic. Let's bring it back. So with this fragrance, it has neroli, it has rosemary, very aquatic. I will say that, you know, it's a very aquatic scent. This is, when I smell this, I just smell just person that's wearing some blue jeans, maybe some Vans or whatever shoes that you like, and a white tee. These are all white tee. That should have been the title of the video, but you know, it is what it is. I put it up there and it's up there, and I'm gonna get to the next part the next time. But anyway, this has bergamot, lemon. This is great. This right here, you can get this at your rack stores like in Burlington or Ross or TJ Maxx. You can find this because it's a relevant smell. It's something that a lot of people that know of fragrances can pick up this scent. And you know, it's an old school fragrance scent that you can be able to say like, oh, I remember that fragrance. You know, I had that before, and it timeless scent. And with the projection, for me, I'll say that an hour. Going back to the other Azzaro Most 1 to 2, that's an hour projection too before it becomes a skin scent. But with this Chrome, Azzaro's Chrome, I get about an hour and a half with projection as I'm walking through, you know, my job in the facility. And then when it comes down to like the other hours, it's like I get a nice little scent bubble. So like if you're in my parameter, whatever you want to say, within my bubble, then you're definitely gonna pick up this scent. And this is such a good grab. You can get this for under $20. And if you wanted a bigger bottle, and that's basically like $30 right there. So you got $20 for a fragrance, which is, what's this? This is, can't even see on here. This is 3.4. And you know, I got this for about $20, and you just add $10 extra for a bigger bottle. Like that's ridiculous, but gotta pick this up. Azzaro's Chrome, gotta grab it. The next fragrance that's gonna be in this lineup is another fragrance from this house, Azzaro, and it's gonna be Azzaro's Chrome Pure. This thing, it looks pure, just the bottle, it just looks like heaven. And with this scent profile, this smells amazing too. Man, Azzaro has had some flops within its line, but you'll have some, you'll have some, and I think that goes with any house anyway. Like, I don't think there hasn't been any house or what have you that's been like that's had a trajectory of like every single fragrance is like popping. Like, you'll have one or two added a few that's just like, nah, I ain't feeling it. But with this, it starts off with this mandarin orange. It starts off with the blossom, has cedar, has some musk in here. And this is just a great, clean summer scent. And you can't go wrong with this. This is definitely a grab. I was looking online, and from what I've been hearing, they've been saying that, you know, this fragrance is going to be discontinued soon, or who knows. Like, with discontinued fragrances, it's just one of those where through researching and through just doing your info scooping with some other YouTubers that are well endowed within the game of fragrances. It's just like, how come they do certain things with certain fragrances? But that's either here nor there. With this fragrance, for me, an hour and a half, 2 hours projection. As far as the longevity on my skin, you're looking at 8 hours, maybe 8 to 9 hours, you know, especially if I'm in a close proximity and it's either hot or I am in a space where I can have that scent bubble because of this projection. It's so fresh, it's so invigorating. It has so many elements to this fragrance. This chrome's, you know, Chrome Azzaro Pure. This is another thing that another fragrance that you can pick up, which is another banger. And I wouldn't say nothing else but a masterpiece from this. And you're looking at possibly spending about maybe $30-$40, and then once again, as the ounces come into play and the bigger bottles come into play, it becomes now of a more I wouldn't say expensive, it's just like you're adding more dollars to the milliliters that they're putting in the fragrances in general. So Chrome, Azzaro's Chrome Pure. All right. Next fragrance is going to be from a different house, finally, along with the last fragrance that I'm going to be describing and breaking down. And this fragrance, out of all of them, are going to be the most expensive out of them. And this is from the house of Gucci. And this is Gucci Guilty Black. Nice looking bottle, as you can see. And with this fragrance, gonna get a lot of green notes. Green, has some coriander in there. It has the bergamot, has some lemon, has that very, very uplifting, along with all of the other fragrances that I was just mentioning to y'all. Very uplifting scent. Lavender, has some patchouli in there. This is a solid fragrance, man. And honestly, it's pretty expensive. I would say that this should be maybe $50 at most. It's a good scent, but this is the most expensive bottle out of the bunch, and you're gonna be spending well over maybe $80 or something like that. Yeah, this fragrance right here, this is something where, let me spray it on skin. This fragrance on me lasts about an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on, like, once again, the heat, humidity, the whatever the weather is going to be doing, because, you know, Mother Nature has her mood swings. That first initial smell is gonna smell alcoholic, but as you sit there and let it dry down on your skin, it becomes nice and smooth, becomes nice and cool. You know, it becomes real relaxed, tampered down a little bit, and it becomes a nice little kind of, if you're going out with your lady, or if you're going out with whomever you want to go out with, or just if you're going out with your family, this is something that you can casually wear, or even if you want to go to certain events that you've been invited to. And this is a great scent. And the projection, like I was just mentioning, an hour and a half to 2 hours. And as far as the scent bubble, this is like maybe like 10-hour skin scent for me. Like, it's gonna be lingering on me until, like, I'm finished, because I work early in the morning, and when I'm finished work, like later on in the evening, it's still there. Like, nothing has changed. Even when I'm washing my hands, this is a great scent. Gotta grab it if you have the funds, you know, and you wanna. That's another thing too with different fragrances and different houses, and especially if you go into like this fragrance love that you have for scents. It's one of those where a lot of the times some people want to buy things on a budget because, as you know, with the world's economy and money and all of that is like real, people become real stringent and really disciplined in terms of where their money goes to. So I understand people not wanting to really buy niche or high price designers. They want to go with something that smells great. And you know, I would say this is a good investment and or a gift. And yeah, just look into it, get a sample, and I would recommend get a sample for anything, honestly, unless that you're used to smelling that particular scent that you buying a whole full bottle. But if you don't happen to know what a fragrance smells like, always try and get the sample. Don't want to try and blind buy stuff as much, because you know sometimes we do that. But this is a great scent. This is a great scent, and that's Gucci Guilty Black. And last but not least, the OG of summer. The OG of summer. The OG, I have a backup bottle, and from what I've been hearing, the reformulations and just different notes, and some people say like it doesn't last that long, and some people say it's just like it doesn't smell the same. But I think I was lucky and fortunate enough to get a bottle that I believe that still has that scent profile from when I first initially smelled it years ago, and that's no other than the bottle of Nautica Voyage. Summer in a bottle. Summer in a bottle. And when you talk about beach, when you talk about just fun times and going on vacation, and this is that scent. This is it right here. This is it right here. So you're gonna have some apple, you're gonna have some lavender in here. I believe lavender, I'm not sure, but it gives off this real soft, real cozy, fresh smell. Has some amber, some, yeah, a lot of greenness, and a lot of like sea notes. Like it smells like the ocean. Once again, with Nautica Voyage, you think of voyage, you're on a boat. Man, and this scent right here, you can keep reapplying this. For me, this is an hour projection and about 5 to 6 hours in terms of like the bubble that surrounds me. And these are 5 of the scents that I believe that you can still rock out for this last comings of the summer. Okay, this is part 1, so I'm gonna give y'all a part 2 to give y'all 5 more of, you know, lasting fragrances that you can have for the summer, you know, before we hike up into the fall. So appreciate y'all for watching. Let me know what fragrances that you've seen on here that you have in your collection. Let me know if there is a memory from one of these scents. Let me know if your summer was okay, was good, was you're indifferent about it. But yeah, you know, it's always good to have conversations with people that are interested in the things that you're interested in too. So I always think that's a plus. And don't forget to like the video, comment, subscribe, and yeah, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.